Hey guys, welcome to the Prosperity and Health Alliance. We're back. It's August. It's after convention. I'm joined here with my comrade in arms, my good buddy, Mr. Creel Hutchinson. Hey Creel, how's it going?
Excellent. Thanks for
Yeah.
everyone joining us tonight.
So a lot of things happening at the Prosperity and Health Alliance. A lot of things happening in Enagic. Of course, for all of you that joined us at the Enagic convention, you got to see what was just a mind-blowing thing. Over 4,000 of our friends and colleagues from around the world, the biggest Enagic event ever. We're going to talk a little bit about that, and we're going to talk a little bit about what Enagic brings to the table. This is a big, big thing, and some things to get, you the distributor, you the person that's the new person, or the old person that's coming back, or the person that's just kind of going along. Wherever you are in the business, you gotta double down. Right now, the timing on what's happening in Enagic, the way water is going, and how popular this idea is coming. We are catching the wave, and for you to really get a hold of this, because if your business isn't growing, if your business is stalled, if your business isn't doing what it is, it's because you haven't plugged into the big picture. And tonight we're going to talk a little bit about the big picture. We're going to talk about some great events. We got some great events right here, of course, in my and Creel's hometown, Vancouver, BC, is coming up September 11th, big day. We're excited about that. We're going to talk about that as well. And we're going to really look for you to get engaged in the project. In other words, what is it going to take for you to get your business to the next level? So without any further ado, I'm going to turn it over to Creel. He's put together a really nice PowerPoint like only Creel can. And he's going to share with you some of the events, and we're going to talk a little bit about this now. So Creel, tell me about the event. What was your experience like?
Well, the event for me was fantastic, and it has been every time I go to a really big event. And the reason being is because I get to once again to reconnect to the big picture of what's happening. So I just want to, for people that were there and not there, I know there's a bunch of teammates that couldn't make it out. I want to just give you a little bit of a review of what went on there. 42nd Global Convention, 4,200 people in the room. Fantastic. We basically doubled from where we were in Anaheim last year. And that's a direct relationship to the growth of the company in the last 12 months. Things are moving, right? Hearing global stories of health, wealth, and dream making. I got a taste of this last year, and it was really confirmed again this year. Wherever Kangen water is going, people are having these types of experiences. So it's not a local phenomenon. And sometimes we get locked into our local marketplace, or even a smaller community within that marketplace. But when you go to a global event, you start to see Indonesia, Singapore, Japan, Mexico, all through Europe. People are having phenomenal health experiences, so that the quality and the value that I feel like our technology gives is just unparalleled to anything out there. Also hearing people being of wealthy success stories in this business, people who are totally broke, making it to the top, actually being on stage as million-dollar earners, as one of our examples from Indonesia. And also just seeing how Enagic is helping people manifest their dreams from all over the world. So the big picture there gets me inspired, and it really, I'm so stoked to get new people to the event, because it really allows them to plug into something bigger. We had fantastic training. A full day from learning from the best. So this is the ins and outs, the qualifications of how to bring somebody into the business, how to get people on a water trial. So for people that were there, you probably took a lot of notes, and for the people that weren't there, you kind of missed out on a great day of training. But luckily here, the PH Alliance, we're going to give you that information over the course of we've been doing it on the webinars, and we'll continue to do it. So you're tapped in. I really enjoy and working with the Japanese, Enagic for the last 500 years, 5.5 years, I really understand their power of recognition and how valuable and important that is inside their culture. And so we had a full day of recognition, a half day, where the company gave away $2.5 million of bonus checks on stage. So we had 6A, 6A2, 6A22, 6A23, 6A24, 6A25s, and for the first time ever, the company broke a new rank with Cynthia Bigate, getting a $200,000 check on stage, going 6A26. So what I saw from all that is the company is growing, and people who have been in the project for that 5 to 10 year mark are getting the big checks on stage. And what that means is people at the new levels are succeeding. We had hundreds of 6As go across the stage and get their $3,000 bonus check. In the PH Alliance in the last 12 months, we've had dozens of people get 6As. So to see that growth and excitement in a global convention is really inspiring for me, because the reality is you can go to a network marketing global convention and people are not winning, right? The company's having it, but for us to really see that we are in great growth mode. The entertainment and dinner was fantastic, probably the last time ever we get to have one meal all together, 4,000 people in one room celebrating. Enagic corporate side did a fantastic job. I was really impressed at how they improved upon the event in Anaheim. So top notch, I really handed out to the main leaders and the Enagic side that got involved, and the Mandalay Bay. It was just excellent 3 days for everybody. And then it came down to networking galore, being able to rub shoulders with 6As and above. And I think for the new people, what I really see about Enagic is it's a different type of business, it's a different type of community than other network marketing businesses, in that the people at the top are very approachable, and the community really, it's like a big family business. This is Mr. Oshiro's family business, and you get to meet with people, you get to interact with corporate, you get questions asked, you can network, you can mingle. I just really love seeing that, because a big part of why I like to do this is the community aspect. And so being at global convention, I really got to tap more into that. So it was just fantastic. Wade, do you want to throw anything on there, just a little overviews?
Well, I mean, a couple big things that come to mind, and you're right on everything that you said, but I think what was really interesting is, 8 years ago when I got started in this whole thing, I went to the first convention and there was a couple hundred people there, and then there was 400 people there, and then there was, 600, 700, 800 people there, and then there was 1,000 people there, and then there was 15, and 2,000 and 2,500. But this year we went from, I think it was somewhere around 1,500 in the last year to we went over 4,000. That's the biggest jump. Now why? It's the timing. Why? It's because where water is, and it's also where people's awareness about water is. There's a clean water crisis in the world. And the bottom line is we are perfectly positioned to take advantage of this if you want to learn the skills to share what we have. Just like plastic bottled water was not always in existence. One of the things that Danny D. McCauley talked about was, there was a time when there wasn't plastic bottles. I remember this time. I remember when you could not buy bottled water in a plastic bottle, and I still remember as a young kid the Coca-Cola truck coming and the water bottles being and I was like, who's going to do this? This doesn't make any sense. Well, that accounts for over 40% of Coca-Cola and Pepsi's business. Plus, there's all the other companies that are in it. Plus, there are all the specialty bars. Like, think about this for a second. Think about how big this is. Perrier and all these guys. Well, we have something that's better than all that, that's more environmentally friendly, and frankly, better for you. Oh, and by the way, the tax incentives alone will pay for the thing. Oh, and by the way, you can actually build a business out of this. You can actually build financial security out of this. This is what we have. And someone wants to go down the street and buy a bottle of water? No. Yes, people might not get it right now, but they will. And the key to any entrepreneurship, the key to being successful and you want to be ahead of the curve. You want to get in when nobody wants in. You want to get in before everybody else gets in. And we're just scratching the scratch of what this opportunity is providing as we go all around the world. And I'm telling you, now is the time to start doubling down your efforts. So let's talk about some big news, Kira. I'll go rip it up here. Want to keep this nice and tight.
All right. So the news got released that the next convention is going to be in Okinawa 2017. With that, we got a really great videos and showing that the golf course, the recreational center, the sports facilities, all there, the condominiums, the Mr. Oshiro announced the plan 3 years ago at the Okinawa last convention, which would have been 2014. They've been working on that steadily, so they're ready to show that off to us next year. So, put it in the calendar, start putting some money aside now. Let's all meet up in Okinawa and really celebrate Enagic as they step full force into the big picture here. So that retreat center is all going to be open and we'll be able to fully access it. On the other side of things, the Enagic Web Systems, they have been doing a lot of work in the background. So they're the providers of the template websites that we can get a hold of, and they do some great work in the background and also host webinars. They've got a new mobile-friendly app. To be honest, I haven't checked it out yet, but it is available. So, for people that, we're all going to need that, and mobile-friendly is definitely the way the future of business is going to happen. So for EWS to be presenting that right now feels really good. And so I encourage everybody to download the app, check it out. If you're an EWS member, that's a free situation. So check that out. Some other big news, and this was, I put the FTC, this is the Federal Trade Commissions of the United States, which is basically, we've talked about this before, the police arm of the network marketing industry. So we got a really good thing happening here, and what we want to do is protect the ship. So what I mean by that, we are not going to be making health claims or Facebook social media stuff, claiming health, showing checks, making profit and income suggestions. We want to really tidy that up moving forward, because how big this opportunity is, the one thing that will take it away real quick is the FTC shutting us down and coming in. So that's our personal responsibility, and for all the 6As out there, that's your personal responsibility to police and lead your personal organizations in the correct way. So we want to be part of that voice of Enagic and really spread that throughout the PH Alliance, and know that we're doing a great job representing our company appropriately. And then from there, it is full steam ahead. And here's what Enagic starts to offer. And Wade, you were kind of laying the foundation here. And just to kind of capture once again Mr. Oshiro's philosophy, sharing true health with compassion globally. And it's a lot more than just getting people healthy. And that became very, very clear to me at convention. Mr. Oshiro, if he wanted to get a lot of people healthy, he could sell his technology to Costco, box stores, get it out there across the planet, and more people would be getting healthy fast. But that's not true health. Mr. Oshiro is very clear about that. Getting richer people, richer, or enforcing that 1%, elitism with where money's flowing is not what Mr. Oshiro's idea is. He would prefer to invite us, his family, into this business so that we're actually able to create health, wealth, and create our dreams at the same time. So the true health philosophy. And seeing that at a global convention, I start to really understand that's what we're doing. We're helping people achieve this. So our mission is to find people that want help and generally offer them and educate them on what we have. And if people don't want help, that's not going to be someone you want to be speaking to too long, right? So move on. Wade mentioned earlier, we are dealing with the #1 commodity in the world, which is water, in the 21st century with a global water crisis. We've got a 42-year proven history of excellence. You cannot be in business after 42 years with crappy products. No, that's the bottom line. We have excellent products. We are the gold standard. If there's any doubt in your mind, put it aside, get fully on board what's happening here. And we've got an incredible hybrid network marketing compensation program that is unique. And so what we're able to do for people getting started, I don't know where you can make a 6-figure income faster and easier than Enagic. And it's not easy, but compared to the amount of time, energy, and effort and startup costs that it generally is going to take, we can offer people an opportunity to do it much faster than anywhere else. That was my personal experience when Wade and the senior leaders introduced this to me 5.5 years ago, and it was true. And I've turned around and shown other people how to do that, and that's very unique in network marketing, that we can actually provide people real businesses in a 6 to 12 month period, right? And a real career path in 2 to 3 years, and retirement in 5 to 10. And it's all happening right here, right now. And the big deal is because we're involved in a mega trend. Wade, I'm going to let you handle this because it's really also, you did such a great job last week on your webinar. Hope everybody got a chance to watch that or watch the replay of it, and you covered a little bit of it right here. So I'm going to pass this over to you to hit these key points. I can't hear you, so you might have been still on mute mode.
Sorry, guys. I took off before my mute button was going, but we're back on it. Listen, here's the thing. We're ahead of the trend. We're on a mega trend. Like, there was microwaves, but before there was microwaves, and then everybody had a microwave. But one time there wasn't TVs, and then there was everybody had a TV. And then there was cell phones and computers and laptops, and now it's iPhones. And then there's, you know, trends like social media. Well, now we're at what's called the perfect storm, when we have a combination of things that's relatively new. Number one, we have a direct selling model that has all the benefits of a network marketing business and none of the baggage associated with other those companies. Number two, we're with a company that actually manufactures the product. We manufacture everything. So we control everything from manufacturing to sale and service. And we have points of distribution around the planet. That's another key indicator. The third thing is, okay, is not only do we have these positions and not only do we have the opportunity, we're in the #1 commodity in the world. Water is never, ever, 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 ever going out of style with humans, because humans require water. There's 8 billion people on the planet. There's over 1 billion people that don't have access to clean water. Then there's, on top of that, okay, we've got everybody finding out that tap water is garbage. Everybody finding out that plastic water is garbage. People are finding out that sodas and sports drinks and all these energy drinks and things are garbage. We have a solution to that. We have a solution to the environmental issue with the plastic bottles. We have a solution to disinfectant issues without chemical dependence. We have a solution to all the nasty problems that are happening with chemical agents. These are the things that we solve all in one unit. So if you're only talking one thing, you're not getting the whole picture. Now, you take that. Now we can take this, and you can, because of our business model, anybody that participates in this can take advantage of our machine and get tax savings just from owning it because of our distribution model by signing a W-8 or getting involved as a distributor. That's another big bonus. Then there's another bonus on top of that, because now social media, the internet, Skype, all of these communication technologies allows network marketing businesses to flourish. So our industry, for example, is doing about $200 billion a year. This is way more. This is, like, to give you a perspective, the NFL, which like dominates everything for like forever when it's on, and the Super Bowl is the #1 watched show in all the world, over 1 billion people on it. They do $9 billion. That's it. $9 billion. They're not even like even close with it, and they've got TV contracts and they've got all this stuff. The reality is the power is in the individual. The power is in this. The power is in the thing that you're looking through right now, the computer, and getting involved in social media, getting involved in emails, leveraging communication online. I don't do that many demonstrations in person anymore. I'm doing my meetings online. I'm doing these things, and that's not to say that you can't do it that way. That's another way. Like, you got to leverage all these tools. You do it your way. And here's the thing. When you sign that distributor form, you're spending, so let's say you go in for $5,000, you get the whole package, you go in for 10 grand, right? You get the Anaspa and the Uklon and the whole enchilada, right? Here's the deal. For 10,000 bucks, you leveraged a multinational company with points of sales, service, and distribution all around the planet in the #1 commodity in the world, in a trend that is on we're getting ready for the hockey stick curve. You know, the part where it goes like this, and then it goes, boom, explodes. This is the way all these trends go. So you can get in now. You can start building your team now. You know, part-time or full-time. We recommend starting off part-time and then moving into full-time as the income comes in to replace your regular job. And guess what? You're off to the races. And you know what? It's only going to get better, and you're going to get better. And as our company, our commitment to you from the Prosperity and Health Alliance is we are going to show you the ins and outs delivered right to your email box and delivered to your computer every Monday night about what we're offering for you, and that is we have a unique digital community. We have the only one in Enagic that has an online delivered training system for free, and that's not just our system, that's your system. This is what you offer when you talk to a distributor. This is what you offer when you are sharing the opportunity with someone. You have that. It covers everything from A to Z. You have an opportunity to talk to people directly. We take our questions at the end for every question. We've been through all the things. We've heard all the no's. We've seen the people, you know, I don't know about this alkaline water. We've heard all that stuff. We got all through that stuff. We had the people say, no. We had the friends say, you're crazy. We like myself, Krill, see how we've all done that, right? Everybody starts out at 1A. Cynthia Brigante was a 1A. Okay? Romy Verdera was a 1A. Tamia Colon was a 1A. Danny DiMacaulay was a 1A. You know, we had guys that came into the company this year that went 6A2 in 45 days. There was a guy that went 6A in 2 days. Another guy in 5. Like, imagine if you get 1 or 2 of those people. And I'll tell you what, if you stick around in this business long enough and you learn the skills, you can do this. And that's one of the reasons why we love Eric Worre. We bring a lot of his teachings and trainings inside of this. The 7 skills that it takes to become a network marketing professional. And what that means by professional is you write your ticket. That means you can make an extraordinary income doing something that is socially conscious. In other words, you're helping people get healthy. You're helping the environment. You're sharing people a way that they can get out of the uncertainty of a job and security. I mean, this is what we're offering to people. And, you know, it takes a bit of time to wrap your head around it. And it takes a bit of time because the checkout is like, well, yeah, you guys did that, but I don't know if I can. And that's the only thing that people are fearing. People are saying, I don't know if I can do it because they're so beat down. And as soon as you drop out of your head and you get into the compassion part and you see across the table from you someone that's struggling to have a better life, someone that wants to have health, someone that wants to have financial security, and somebody that wants to have a little bit of legacy, to know that they were part of something, this is the one. So we've got all of that stuff on our plate. The question is what do you want to participate in? How are you going to take advantage of the leverage that we offer in Enagic? Because really, when it comes to business, you can't get this kind of leverage anywhere else. You can't get this leverage, you can't get this product, you can't get this industry, and you can't get this trend. The #1 commodity in the world. Think about that. Only going to get better. So the question is what's your why? And is your why bigger than what's holding you back? That's really what it comes down to. Because you know what? I know every one of the people who walked across that stage and took the big checks. I know every one of the old $1 million earners that have been doing this forever and the new $1 million earners that they brought out at the convention. You know what? They're not smarter than you. They're not. They really are not. They don't have any particular skill set that I thought was impressive or any great degrees or some, you know, like there's no mystery here. You know what they did? They got out, they hustled their little tushy off, okay, and they learned, and they were willing to take the hits. So are you? Well, what's it take to learn? What's it take to build up your armor? What's it take to become a professional so that when someone says no, you go, okay, I got the first no, I know 5 more till I get to the yes with that person. That you're not affected by someone else's negativity, someone else's story of incompetence or uncertainty or whatever. You're not affected by that, that you can actually see past the no with compassion and see that that person just doesn't believe in themselves. That's all this is. They'll throw up, oh, I don't know, it's too alkaline. Oh, my doctor doesn't recommend this. Why is it so much money? It's not much money. It's a fraction of the cost of what we have to offer. And even as a consumer, it's the greatest device I've ever bought in my life. It's worth infinite amounts of what I paid for it, and it is for everybody else in this thing too. And once you anchor that in your heart, and once you and you can see past whatever people's garbage is, you're good. So I know I rambled on, but you know, I get so passionate about this, and when you go to those events and you see those stories and you see the people that went from rags to riches, you see the people that didn't have confidence, you see the people that were abused mentally, physically, sexually, emotionally, everything else, walking across that stage, and you know what? They deserve it. And you do too. You deserve it. You deserve to be successful. You deserve to be loved. You deserve to be acknowledged. You deserve to know your great skills and what's in your heart. And this is an opportunity to have that. You're not going to get it at your job. Nah. I don't care what job you're doing. I know, I met lots of people, lots of professions. You're not getting it at the job. You can get it in this. So, Krill, what do we got next here on this docket?
Awesome. So, you know, Enagic has an incredible opportunity. I think the PH Alliance with inside Enagic, what we can offer people to really create a great foundation to build that skill set. It is unique. So I would recommend promoting that, inviting people to see the bigger picture of what we have to offer. And I watched this recently, I watched this Eric Worre video, and he talked about hard, and people complaining like, this is hard. You're right, this is hard. Building a network marketing business to a successful level is going to be hard. But so is going to a job you don't like is hard. Working a business that takes a lot of your time is hard. Everything's hard. So why not work hard in something that is going to reward you at the level you deserve and also create these nuances, these intangibles that we don't see in other jobs? I think the community around this, the health aspects, the big dreamings, cooperation, all that stuff, we got something really good here, everybody, and it's like time to get focused. So next slide here will be the action plan. Focus on what you have and take action. Most people don't actually realize how good this is and what we have, or else they take it way more serious. It's a general chronic condition in network marketing. It's a chronic condition within Enagic, is people float in and out when it gets hard. It's going to get hard. People don't realize what we've got in their hands. So global convention, I start to realize what I have. And it's time to double down for me. 5 years in, I'm like, 5 years from now, when I'm at 10 years in the program, the people who were 10 years in the program are receiving very big checks on stage. People today, starting at 1A, in 5 years, will be receiving those really big checks on stage. There's no difference between you and I and getting to the front of the stage. We all have that opportunity. Right? So my action plan for new people and myself was create a new list of 100 people. I'm like starting my business over again. Create a new story and share it. You got to get refreshed and invigorate. You've been to a big global convention. You saw something switched in you. Now you're going full steam. You're putting together your dream team. You're looking for your core members. You're reaching out with that type of new inspiration story to attract people in. The action plan is all out massive action, September to December. Right? These are great times to build business. Kids are going back to school. Parents are focused. People are going to work hard to Christmas. The work in that 100 days from September 1st to December 15th will determine how good your Christmas is going to be. Because most people want to take at least 2 to 4 weeks off around that time. So that stretch will determine your year of 2016. And you know what it does? It starts right now in the pre-launch mode in August. So don't wait. Don't go total, it's August, let's forget about everything and start business September 1st. That will be wrong because it will take you until October 1st to get the business up and going. You've got to start moving the foundational pieces this month. You've got to be making this list. You've got to get all the excuses out of the way so that when September comes around, you're laser focused and you're going for this. That's my game plan. Get the foundational pieces laid, get all the conversations, get the balls rolling, the plates spinning, and then in September, we start to pick up the action and really move it forward. So I invite you guys to all get on the same page with this. Declare your goals, write them down, visualize them, get really clear where you are now and where you want to be. And we're running out of time. Competition. And I'm not talking about any other company, but Enagic. And what I mean by this is if you don't, as an Enagic distributor, step into your full potential here, there's going to be another Enagic distributor probably cross-line to you in your local market in the next 12 months that is going to dominate your marketplace, which you could have. And I've seen it happen over the last couple of years. The competition out there is not other water ionizing companies. The competition is other Enagic distributors in your local area or on a global scale. Because people are starting to really double down and go hard at this. So don't wait 6 months, 12 months and look back and being like, hey, I feel like I'm missing the boat. You're missing the boat if you're waiting. The time to do it is now, so that in 5 years, I think it's about 5 years when this thing goes really fast, when it hits that 3% penetration rate in the marketplace and we start to collect orders, you want to have a significant team in place, right? And the activity you do today will determine how successful that's going to be when you hit the hockey curve stick side that Wade explained earlier. When it goes like this, it's all about doing it right now. So you're running out of time. Time to double down and make it happen. And from there, here's the key events to put on your schedule now so that you understand how to plan and work around it. We've got the PH Alliance is going to be a Turbo Super Sunday in Vancouver, September 11th. We're going to release details over the next week, posters and so forth, but mark it down now. We're going to have about 150 people. We got a great venue. We're going to have a party, all kinds of things. So the details are coming. In Bellevue, Jim Gilland and his team, they're going to do a Super Saturday. That's October 15th. So people in the Pacific Northwest, that's going to be a great one to lock into as well. Hawaii Super Saturday, we're thinking November 5th and 6th. Those details are to be announced. Siha's working with the Aloha team, and it's so great to connect with all you guys out at convention. So start planting those seeds now. Eric Worre GoPro is December 1st to 4th. Now, it's always amazing to make it to the event, but sometimes it's not possible. So book those dates off, December 1st to 4th. I've already bought a live stream from my team here in Vancouver, so no matter what, if you can't make it to the event, you're going to make it to the event right here in a live showing, and we'll figure out where that's going to be. I plan to be at the event, but the showing will happen somewhere in Vancouver, so mark that off. That's something to invite. That's part of your training. Do it. And then we got our weekly demos and webinars. Starting in September, I'm going to do a business opportunity webinar. That's going to run weekly, so it allows people, who are interested in knowing about the business to come to a webinar, really see the numbers, understand how to build it, what's the long-term thing, so we can do the work for you. Get people intrigued, invite them, they can come out and check that out. Wade's got his simple solutions that he ran last week. Great success. It was one of the best overviews of this entire project I've ever seen. I know Wade's going to do that a bunch more times, so this is something to leverage everybody being part of the PH Alliance and beyond. And then we've got Danny D and the Kangen One and all the great stuff that they do on the first Monday of every month. So let's be real, we got a lot of work to do, and it's a great time of the year to do it, September to Christmas. And it all starts right now, taking the enthusiasm from Global Convention, really locking in, get the foundational pieces set so that we can have all a fantastic Christmas. Before you know it, the snow is going to be flying and the sun's going to be gone away, and 2016 will be over, and the success of that year will be determined in the next 90 days. Wade, do you want to add anything onto that?
Just one thing. Think about this, guys. Here's the Christmas. You got an opportunity to have an amazing Christmas. You got an opportunity to set a goal. It takes time to build momentum in this business. So take the time to build momentum in your business. Book that time now. Start having the conversations about getting people plugged in for September. I know there's a lot of people on vacation. I know that sort of stuff. Hey, but start leaning on them now and say, hey, you know what? As soon as you get back, let's hit it. As soon as you get back, we're going to get onto this. As soon as you get back, and start lining those things up now. Get in the conversation now. Don't wait till September to start getting September going. You need to start the momentum now, because you're not going to make a lot of sales right away or that sort of stuff. It takes time. And once September goes, you start building momentum in your team so that by the time you hit Christmas, you've got a wave of your own sales happening. And that wave is just going to keep growing and going. But again, the pace is always set by the pace of the leader. That's the growth of the business is set by the leader. So if you want to have a great distributor, be that great distributor yourself, and you'll attract it. That's the key component. Everybody's looking, for a lotto ticket in these kind of businesses. You'll get the lotto ticket. Eventually, you might flip the card over the first time and you get an ace. There's 4 aces in the deck. You keep flipping the cards. If you flip the whole deck, you're going to get 4 aces. You might get them in the first try. You might not get them up. You might not have an ace yet, but you will get those aces. And when you find them, plug them into the system. Make sure that you leverage all your resources. And so with that, we'll go quickly to questions. I want to encourage everyone here to pause and dream big. That's the theme of Enagic, is to dream big and to really think about what you really want, and is what you're doing now going to get you there. Because if it isn't, you need to double down on this opportunity, because this vehicle can get you there. At the worst case scenario, you'll be able to buy back your time. And Enagic will allow you to buy back your time, and that's the greatest wealth there is. So with that, we're going to go to some questions. If anybody has any quick questions, we'll go about that. We have people in Malaysia. This is amazing. Awesome. Awesome, guys. Okay. I don't think we have any more questions. That's great. So bottom line, next week we're going to be rocking and rolling. We got some great stuff lined up for you. Hopefully Siha will be joining us as well. I want to give a big shout out and thank each and every one of you for being on here. And I want to thank each and every one of you for being part of the Prosperity and Health Alliance, because without you, nothing happens. And we're going to do our best to help grow this with you, offer our experience and offer the strategy there. But feel free to reach out, feel free to leverage us, feel free to ask the questions and get connected with us. But also remember, this is your business, and your results will be determined by your efforts. So you know what you need to do.
Awesome. Good night, everybody. Dream big. Make it happen.
See you soon.
Good night.